the Rich Trapper tapping in, TNN Trap News Network. You feel me?
Rich Trapper.
The homie wanted you to whitelist this shit too.
Who?
Rich Trapper.
Rich Trapper?
He be reacting to your shit.
What's the deal? Rich Trapper, we back in the same, like cracking the same, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for more that's good. Contiana, we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Good news you can use. Good knowledge, though you can't get in nobody's college, though, big dog. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe for all this good Contiana we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Hit that subscribe button, become part of the Rich Trapper Mafia. Hit that notification bell at the top. Hit all say tapped in for the latest and the greatest of what we got going on over at TNN Trap News Network. You feel me? Get into that if you ain't got into that. Get into that if you ain't got into that. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe to all the good Contiana we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. News you can use. Good knowledge, though you can't get in nobody's college, though, big dog. Like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, and make sure you subscribe for all this good Contiana we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. We finna jump into this Contiana, man, but before we do, make sure you like, make sure you comment, hit that new page, blah, 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 blah. You feel me? Get into that if you ain't got into that. Get into that if you ain't got into that. What else I need to tell you about? What was one more thing I need to tell you about? I forgot. Maybe it's not that important. Broke Baby Mama out now on all streaming platforms, so make sure you tap in with Broke Baby Mama if you ain't got into Broke Baby Mama. It's out now on all streaming platforms. If you go on to Paperboy News, Southsider reacts to a black man saying that they're scared of Mexicans in a Los Angeles prison. We finna jump into this Contiana, man. Shout out to Paperboy News. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Paperboy News here to deliver y'all that daily report. Now Dubs is reacting to a black man who did 20 years in the feds and his experiences in there as far as dealing with other races. And if y'all want to understand more about this dude, he got a TikTok that goes by the name accidental_n_investor419. And on one particular video, he talks about his experiences of dealing with the Mexicans while he was locked up in federal prison. So let's get straight into it. Now this guy said he had a deep conversation with his homie, and he said the only people that go at it with each other is the black gangs. Then he follows up with a bold statement by saying,
well, that's true. Only the black gangs fight each other publicly within the county jail system. Now, do the Mexicans fight each other? Yeah. Do they get issues for fighting each other? Yeah.
We have problem with each other. We are afraid of Latino gangs.
Then he follows up with a bold statement by saying,
we only have problem with each other. We are afraid of Latino and Mexican gangs.
Yeah, I've yet to see a black person who was afraid of the Mexican gangs. Respect is definitely there on all sides, but saying afraid, yeah, I've never seen that in my life.
Say what we want. There's going to be some dudes on here who don't argue all day long with me. But I was in the joint. I did almost 20 years.
Sound like you were scared of the Mexicans, bro.
Straight in the feds.
Now this guy also said through his experience of serving 20 years in the feds, he learned that when the blacks see a LAM member, they try to stay out the way. And he said you only got a few handful of blacks that's willing to go all the way with it. But he said the rest of them aren't serving long sentences or life sentences, and they want to go home. Now Dub said he did a video similar to what this guy just said, but not meaning that the blacks are scared of the Mexicans. But what he did say is when the Raza moves, every other Raza that's with him has to move too. And it's protocol that everybody that's with that Raza has to have a weapon on them. And Dub said, let's say for example, a riot breaks out in prison between the blacks and the browns. He said if a Mexican doesn't participate in that riot, he pretty much put a death sentence on himself by his own people. Now Dub said he told this story a while back, but while he was in prison, he had a conversation.
Now I'm not going to speak too much on prison politics because I ain't never been, but from what my experiences are going through the LA County jail system as well as other county jail systems within Southern California, any black who's never participated in a riot do get a 1-2 step like Sierra. Is definitely a list of problems that come with that.
At the handball court with a Kumi. Now at that particular time, Dub said that Kumi was arrogant because they had the numbers over the Mexicans. And Dub said at that time there was only 120 of them and 500 blacks on the yard at that time. And Dub said when that black guy told them that y'all don't got the numbers, he responded back by saying, you really believe that? And after that guy responded back by saying, yeah, Dubs responded back by saying, there's about 100 of us on this yard right now. And if something pops off, all 100 of us is gonna bring out knives and we're gonna use it. And he said, even though there's 500 of you guys, maybe about 100 of you guys are gonna bring out knives. so it's a level playing field. Now, Dub said this is in no way, shape, or form to put down the blacks, because he said as far as getting...
Now, I'm sure that there's a black person on the other side of that coin who'll say the exact opposite, saying that the blacks hit the yard and they be strapped and all that kind of stuff. And again, I've never been on these yards and all that, but from listening to these conversations that I've had with a lot of people who I know, I've never, and this is like listening to YouTube stories, people who I've had personal conversations with, Free Avenue Angel until he's free. I don't see him moving around without that head, shoulder, knees and toes Zorro on him, big dog. I'm not really sure why it's being perpetrated as if only Mexicans are carrying a 1-2 step like Sierra.
Down to catch and fade, they all the way with it. But he said it's a different ball game when it comes to that knife play. Now that black guy said one thing about Mexicans, they got weapons inside there and they're not afraid to use it. And he said on top of that, they work out, train, and they all stick together. Now Dub said the feds is different from the state. And he said as far as what that guy said, he's not going to co-sign that the blacks are scared of the Mexicans. But Dub said when a racial riot breaks out between the blacks and the Mexicans, all the Mexicans that's on that yard is going to have their shanks on them. And he said while that riot's breaking out, the Mexicans don't care about the cops and if they lose their life during that war. Now Dub said don't get it twisted, some of these riots are caused by the Mexicans. But at the end of the day, when one riots, all of them gotta follow along. Now Dub said this guy's message was powerful, but it was very controversial at the same time. Because when that guy said that the blacks are extreme...
What's interesting to me is when black people go on YouTube and try to degrade and downplay the blacks to hype up any other race based off the jail system and all that kind of stuff. Like, no other race does that. A lot of other races I've spoken to, again, within that county jail systems between Los Angeles County, Riverside County, blah, 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 all this and all that. And even now that I'm on the streets doing this YouTube, I'll be having a lot of conversations with a lot of Southsiders and Northsiders, you know what I'm saying, Northerners who have done a lot of time. I hear these things on all sides. It's not, I've heard Mexicans say, hey, I like how the blacks do this, I like how the blacks do that. I've heard blacks say, I like how the Mexicans do this, I like how the Mexicans do that. I've heard every piece of everything in these situations. You feel me? Every piece of everything in these situations. So I don't think it's really one person too heavy above anyone else, you know what I'm saying, and all that kind of stuff. I think that everybody's just really telling their version of the truth and trying to maybe not keep their own bigotry and racism and politics out of it, unless they not, I don't know. It's just a tricky situation. I don't think that bro should be on, you know, online doing whatever, but he do it. He grown, man.
Afraid of the Mexicans. Dub said he doesn't agree with that. Because he said although there is some that is afraid, there's a lot of riders as well. Now, Dub said he doesn't know how other states operate, but he said as far as California state prisons, every tower got a mini 14. And on this particular day, when a riot broke out between the blacks and the Mexicans, 14 Mexicans got shot and only one black got shot. And he said the reason why so many Mexicans and not so much blacks got shot that day is because the blacks instilled it in their mind that they don't want to die in prison. Now, Dub said as far as these blacks that don't want to participate in these riots because they want to go home, he said that doesn't mean that they're a punk. It just means they got their priorities straight. But he said as far as the Raza goes, those priorities don't go for them. Because if you go into prison having that type of mind state, you gonna have a bunch of holes punched through you. Now, whether or not this black guy believes in that, he should have never said it out in the open on social media. Because no matter what you...
Yeah, like no matter what you do, bro, you're gonna always be looked at like a race traitor. You're gonna always be looking like you're trying to step down on and punch down on and look down on your own people.
Believe you don't put down your race like that. And although Dubs reacted to it from a react,
you want to talk about the politics and all that kind of stuff, but like politics suggests you never talk bad about your own race publicly.
This point of view, being that he used to be a Southsider or is still a Southsider, that's a touchy subject out here in Los Angeles. And in my personal opinion, it shouldn't be talked about on social media. But now that you guys heard what that guy said and what Dubs said reacting to it, y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in that comment section.
All right, man.
It's Paperboy.
Shout out to Paperboy Newsstand, man, giving us this good story. We could use some news. You could use some knowledge. Can't get in college, man. Shout out to the bro, Paperboy Newsstand. We up out here to the next one, man. Y'all know the deal, man. Red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. It's Free Avenue Angel till he's free. We are gone.